All right, guys, write this down real quick. Write this down real quick. What we're going to do is we're going to do the same thing we did last time. There's just more steps. So I'm going to solve for x, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to add 2 to both sides. Okay, so then that gives me 3 times the absolute value of 4x minus 5 is equal to 17.
Wait, if you're adding...
Oh, it's not 17. You're right. It's 21. 21. Now, 3 is in front of the absolute value bracket. That means I'm multiplying everything inside the absolute value bracket by 3. If I want to move the 3, what's the opposite of multiply? Divide. So I'm going to divide this side by 3. Whatever I do on one side, I do on the other. 3 divided by 3 is just 1. 1 times all this stuff is the absolute value of 4x minus 5. And what's 21 divided by 3? 7. So now I'm going to do this. Way up here, I'm going to say 4x minus 5 is equal to positive 7. And then way down here, I'm going to say 4x minus 5 is equal to what?
Negative.
Well, I already did, negative, right? You got to have one negative. And so if you haven't figured out the pattern yet, this is representing something inside of here. In other words, in this case, I'm thinking, well, the stuff inside the absolute value bracket equals positive 7. And then over here, I'm thinking the stuff inside the absolute value bracket is equal to negative 7. Because that's how I get positive 7, right? So that's what I'm doing is I'm taking this and I'm putting it here. I'm taking this and putting it here. And it should equal this. So anyways, let's continue. I'm going to add 5 to both sides. And I get 4x is equal to 12. Divide both sides by 4. And I get x equals 3. Over here, I'm going to add 5 to both sides. And I'm going to get 4x is equal to negative 2. Divide both sides by 4. And I get x is equal to negative 1/2. So now if I were to draw that on a number line, at negative 1/2, I have a solution. And then at 3, I have a solution. So this is my solution set. What could I do to make sure that that's correct? Graph it. So I'm going to graph the right-hand side of the equal sign and the left-hand side. So the left-hand side is easy. I'm just going to change that to 7. The right-hand side is a little more complicated. Let me clear that out. What was it? It was 4x minus 5 minus 2. Yeah. So I'm going to say 4x. We're going to do the little insert here. 4x minus 5. And then over here, that was minus 2, right? So now let's graph it. Now this should cross at negative 1/2 and positive 3. Let's see. So if I hit trace and I put negative 1 divided by 2, well, bam. Did I write something down wrong?
Yeah, you didn't put the 3.
Oh, you guys are right. I forgot to multiply by 3 in the front. That's easy to fix. So I'm going to come in here. I'm going to hit insert and then put the 3 in. Woo! I got nervous. All right, there we go. Wait a minute.
Bam with the bacon sizzle.
That doesn't look right, does it? So if I hit negative 1 divided by 2, that doesn't work, does it? Well, let's see if 3 works. Why does it say 19? So somewhere, Mr. Adams made a mistake.
Oh wait, doesn't it say in the equation thing, like at the start, it equals 19?
Oh, it does say equals 19. You guys, I don't know, man. I'm having some issues there. I've been through a lot today. I'm traumatized. All right, let's try this. Let's go. Good thing you guys know what's going on. All right, now it should work. Graph it. Well, boom. So if I hit trace, it should cross a negative 1/2. Let's see if it does. Yeah, it did. And then when I plug in 3, it does it. Yeah, it does. So that's kind of the nice thing, I think, sometimes. When you use the graphing calculator, it kind of forces you to like rethink about the problem. And that's not a bad thing because you're thinking to make sure you have the right answer. And if you run into that, like like on the SAT or something, you plug something in the graphing calculator and you think the answer's right, you got to go back and look at your work. You got to go back and look at the calculator. And taking that extra time helps you to get the right answer.